Hello students, after a long gap we are meeting again. Here I am going to start chapter number 8, Mathematical Library Functions. So let us start our chapter. Mathematical Library Functions. The key concept what we are going to cover: packages in Java, the math class, predefined methods, arguments for a function, a return type of a function, various methods related to math class. First of all, let us discuss what is a package in Java. See the definition over here. A package in Java is used to group related classes. You can think of it as a folder in a file or directory. In a folder, when you open it, there you can see subfolders as well as mini files. So here also, package in Java contain classes, interfaces and other packages. So we are grouping a lot of things under package. This is another term, API, Application Program Interface, is a library of pre-written classes. Pre-written means it's already compiled and made available by the developers of Java. We are very free to use lot of methods which is available there in the library. The library contains components for managing input, database programming and much more. So library is very helpful for doing our programs. Java library is very strong and there are lot of library functions available as to select from these functions. As we know now from the above discussion, a package contains many classes. These are some examples of packages in Java: java.lang, java.util, java.io, java.awt, etc. Here let us see this. Everything I have written in lowercase. So you also need to write. Here there can be a question. Name one or two packages in Java. Then you can go for this. Java.lang, java.util, etc. Now we are going to discuss about java.lang package. In this package there are many classes available. I told you in the previous discussion, java.lang is a package, means it contains many classes and other sub packages also. So in this package we have the system class, string class, math class, exception class and object also. See, with this example it will be very clear for you. These all are packages: java.applet, java.lang, java.util, etc. These all are packages. We wanted to study about math class, which is available in java.lang package. So math class is available in java.lang package, and in this class lot of methods are available. These methods we are going to study. So sqrt, sin, cos, etc. are methods available under math class, and math class is available in this package, under this package java.lang. We are going to study about 10 functions: math.power, math.sqrt, math.cbrt, math.ceil, math.floor, math.rounds, math.abs, math.max, math.min, math.random. Let us start with the first function, that is math.power. Before starting math.power, you need to understand certain facts. The facts: every function is having an argument as well as a return type. So let us understand what is this argument for the function and what is the return type of a function. See, argument. First we will see the definition. Whenever any function is called during the execution of the program, there are some values passed with the function. Means for the working of the function, it needs certain values. Values need to be supplied by the user. Those values are called arguments. See, math.sqrt, this is a function. This part, okay, we are calling this function, and when function is called, it need some values to perform. So the value what we are giving, 16, that is the argument here. See, argument here. So 16 is the argument. Now when we give a value, after the processing, it will give back some answer. That answer is called a return type. Every method in Java is declared with a return type, and it is mandatory for all the Java methods. Every function will return a value. The return type may be a primitive data type. Primitive data type you have already learned in the previous discussions. In primitive data type we have int, float, double, etc. And the return type can be a reference data type, or it can be void. It can be void. Void means no return, nothing. Returns nothing. So I'm going to explain once again to make you clear what is this return means. See, I have called a function over here, math.sqrt, and I am giving the arguments. This is the working value. I need the square root of 16. Okay, then after the process, this function will give you a value back, that is 4.0. This value is called the return type of the function. Return type value, return value. This value is called the return value of the function. So let us start with the first method. As I said earlier, the first method is math.power. This stands for power. Okay, this function is used to calculate a number raised to the power of some other number. Okay, it always accepts two parameters. Parameter means arguments only, and it returns the value of the first parameter raised to the second parameter. So let us see. Every function is having always a syntax. Then the example we will discuss. So first of all, discuss about the syntax. See, double variable, meaning when you call this function, which one, math.power, then you will be getting the answer in double data type. That is the meaning of this one. You will be receiving your answer in double data type. So a double type variable has to be declared here. Is equal to math dot power. This is the function, and this is the first argument, and this is the second argument. This is the syntax. Now let us see the example. System.out.println. See, system.out.println math.pow. See, math.pow. First argument, second argument. Two arguments I am giving. So 5 to the power 2 will be calculated. What is 5 raised to the power 2? 5 raised to the power 2 means 5 into 5, that will be 25. So output will be naturally 25. But you can see over here, it's not simple 25 is displayed here. It is displayed 25.0. There is a reason, 0.0. Why? Because the return type of the function is double. So double value always return with a point and some decimal number over here. So there is 25.0 comes. Now you can type this one this way also. In a program, if you are doing this, then double x is equal to math.pow 5.0 5 comma 2. Double x is equal to math.pow 5 comma 2. Then you have stored the value of this function, whatever it returns, that's there in x. So I am printing that x. Then output will come 25.0. So this is first method, this is second method, and a complete program I have displayed over here. Okay, this is your class started. You can do this program in your BlueJ at home. Please type and see whether it is coming or not. Static void main, then double ans is equal to math.power 2 comma 3, then system.out.println ans, then close, then please run the program. Then you will be getting 8.0 itself. This I will be explaining here only. Afterwards, simple examples will be given. The program is displayed over here because you can type and see the result. That's why. Either you can type this way, otherwise this way. If you are considering this, this will be the pattern. Okay, I think it is very clear for you. So power function we have discussed. Now let us discuss about the second function, that is math.sqrt. sqrt returns square root of the double value. Whatever you give, its square root of a positive square root. Square root always will be positive only. Now there is a special case. If the argument is none, that means not a number, or less than 0. Less than 0 means negative numbers. Then the result will be none. That means not a number. This will be returned if you are giving a negative number. Otherwise, any argument which is not a number, then you will be getting this answer. So please note, this is very important. Now look at the syntax as well as the examples. Double variable is equal to math.sqrt. This is the syntax. Means here you can see double. That means you need to understand the return type of the function is double. So what is the return type of math.sqrt? Double is the return type. Variable you need to put math.sqrt, then a value. If you give double value, it's okay. Otherwise you give any value, that will be converted to double automatically by the system. Now system.out.println math.sqrt 25. So we are requesting to the system that we need the square root of 25. So what will be, after executing, what will be the result? You will be getting 5.0, not 5, 5.0. You need to write 5.0 because the return type is double. That's the reason. Don't write simple 5. Okay. Now, the same thing can be written like this also. This is, we are receiving a value, this we are directly printing. You will be getting the answer directly on the screen. This, we are storing the answer what is returned in X. Then we are printing. This is a two-step process. This is one-step process. 16.0, we are giving the argument. Our argument is 16.0. Then what will be your answer? 4.0. If you give 16, then also your answer will be 4.0 only. The next example, math.sqrt minus 25. See here the minus number, minus 25. Then what will be your answer? I have explained here, none, means not a number. I hope it is clear for you. Okay, now the third function, that is CBRT. See the pronunciation itself, it is very clear. It returns the cube root of a number. Cube root. See, of a double value I have mentioned, means if you can give any type of number, but it will be converting to double. There are certain special cases. Okay, cube root of a negative value is the negative of the cube root. Negative, when you give, you will get negative cube root. If the argument is not a number, then the result will be obviously not a number itself. Argument is 0, then the result is 0 with the same sign. Remember that. Now see the syntax. Double variable, meaning what is the return type of this math.cbrt? Double. Then variable is equal to math.cbrt double value. See, look at the example. This is direct. System.out.println math.cbrt 27. 27, what is the cube root? We all are knowing the cube root of 27 is 3. But our answer will be 3.0. You are knowing because why? Because the return type is double. Simple. Now, see, this is one step process. You open your BlueJ and create a class and type this. You will get the answer directly. Otherwise, double x is equal to math.cbrt 125. And in this 125, whatever the cube root is there, that will be returned and it will be stored to x. That x we are printing. Now everyone knows that 125, its cube root is 5.0. Now let us see another system.out.println math.cbrt minus 27.0. So negative numbers, in the case of cube root, negative numbers also will be having cube root and you will be getting the answer minus 3.0. Remember, there is a difference between this CBRT and SQRT function. CBRT, it generates cube root for negative numbers, but SQRT that does not generate square root for its negative numbers. Remember that. Let us see the fourth function, that is math.ceil. See definition, very important, returns the smallest double value. Smallest double value that is greater than or equal to the argument. So now you will be having lot of confusion. What is search? No need of any confusion. I will be explaining. So let us see the syntax. See, understand now all the discussions. It's very clear for you. This is the return type, then variable, this is your function, and this is the argument. So every time there is no need of explaining these all things again and again. Let us see the example. System.out.println math.ceil 15.8. See, you will be getting a double value that is greater than or equal to. This is the important point. Greater than or equal to. So remember, ceil. See, In your house, ceiling where it is situated, you all are knowing, up. So same way, remember about ceil function, mat.ceil will create a value always greater than or equal to that number only, not less than that. Is it clear for you? So let us see the example 15.1. What will be your answer? 15.1. Its greater number 16.0. Now system.out.println mat.ceil 15.0 you are giving. Then see greater than or equal to. So 15.0 you will be getting. See, there is a very important thing you need to notice, that is when you give minus 15.0 then you are getting the same value, but here when you give minus 15.7 you are getting minus 15.0. So you will be having a doubt, why not minus 16.0? How we are getting minus 15.0? So the answer is very simple. When you consider minus 16.0 and minus 15.0, which is greater value? 15.0 only, minus 15.0 only, not minus 16.0. It won't return a less value. It always return a greater value or equal. So you are going to get which value? Minus 15.0. It's very important for you. So minus values, the answer is bit tricky. Remember, this particular part is very important for you. Now we are going to discuss about the next function, that is math.floor. Returns the largest double value that is less than or equal to. See this, less than or equal to. Now see the syntax. Double variable is equal to math.floor double a. Now see the example, system.out.println math.floor 15.8. Floor. See, where is floor? Down. Remember that. Ceiling is up. Floor is down. Only you have to remember this. Floor means a value less than or equal to the given argument. So 15.8 less than or equal to. So definitely the value will be 15.0, less than or equal to. That's why 15.8 I am giving. You will not get any higher value, but you will get a value which is equal, otherwise less than. So 15.0. Now this can be written this way itself. You are storing your answer in a variable, then printing it. 15.1. Then what will be the answer? 15.0. Now 15.0 itself when you give, you will get the same value. There is no change. Here also negative numbers. It's bit tricky. When you give minus 15.0, you will get minus 15.0 itself. There is no problem. But when you give minus 15.7, then you will be getting minus 16.0. You are knowing the reason now. Because it always return less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. When you are expecting minus 15.0, then that value is greater than the value that you have given. That's why it will always return less than. That's why minus 16.0. Minus 15.0 or minus 16.0, which is less, obviously minus 16.0. That's why you are getting this value. Now the sixth function, math.round. Rounding. You are knowing in rounding what is happening in mathematics. Returns the closest integer to the argument. Integer value will be returned. See the return type over here. There is a change for the return type. One is all those functions so far we have discussed all those functions we were having the return type either double, only double. We were having the return type double, but here this function it's having a return type int or long, and variable then math.round, then the argument. Now let us see the example over here. System.out.println math.round 15.1. See, in mathematics, when you do the rounding off 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, okay, then this way you can write up to 0.9. Then your rounding pattern was 0.4 onwards to the number itself and 0.5 onwards to the next number. That was your point. Now here also the same thing only. See, 15.1 means you will be getting 15.0. Now long x is equal to math.round 15.1. Now your answer will be 15. Okay, you will be getting only 15 because the return type is long. Here it is written 15.0, but it is 15 only. Remember that. Now next example we will see system.out.println math.round 15.4. Then obviously the answer will be 15.4. Now 0.5 we are discussing. 0.5 means to the next integer, that is 16. Now negative numbers. All the negative numbers are always tricky. See, minus 15.4, it is minus 15, but when you consider minus 15.5, then it will be minus 15. So for minus numbers up to 0.5, the answer will be to the number itself, and for positive numbers up to 0.4 to the number itself. Remember this. For negative numbers it will be considering up to 0.5, but for positive numbers it will be considering up to 0.4. Okay, then after all the numbers will be rounded off to the next integer. Now let us see another example. Math.round 15.6 minus 15.6. Then your answer will be coming as 16, minus 16 over here. Next we have the math.abs. ABS means absolute value. It returns absolute value of a number. In mathematics you have studied about absolute values. Numbers without any symbol. Okay, the numbers that you are getting won't have negative or positive symbol. See, the return type that can be double, float, int, long. That depends on your input. If you are giving double input, your return will be double. If you are giving the argument here as float, then you will be getting back float. If you are giving the argument here as int, then your answer will be int. If you are giving this argument as long, then your return will be long. So the return type depends upon your argument what you are supplying here. Let us see the example here. See, system.out.println math.abs 15.1. I have not given any sign over here. That's why I will be getting 15.1 itself. See, here I am giving minus 15. Then this sign will be removed and 15 will be returned. So your answer will be 15. Now next, system.out.println math.round plus 15. I have specified here plus 15, but that plus 15 plus sign will be removed and only 15 will be printed. Next, the function, eighth function, math.max. It will be returning from two arguments. It will be returning the highest value. This also having the same type of return, double, float, int, long, depending upon the argument that you are giving over here. This function can have only two arguments. You cannot calculate, remember, you cannot calculate maximum among three numbers or four numbers. This function is designed in such a way that it can only receive two arguments. So it will always calculate maximum number from two arguments only. Remember that. See the example here. System.out.println math.max 15 16. Two arguments I am giving. This argument can be of type double, float, int, long. This argument at present it's having, we will consider, if we are not mentioning anything over here, this argument is in integer form. So among this, which is the greater number? 16. So 16 will be the output. Why not 16.0? Because my arguments are supplied integer type. So integer you will be getting. Next example, minus 15, minus 16. And you are knowing which is the greater number, minus 15. So you are getting minus 15. This is very important. This example is very important. Look at 15.1 and 16 I have mentioned. 15.1 and 16, you are knowing that 16 is the biggest number over here. And look at the answer. What answer you got? Not only 16, it is 16.0. Why 16.0 you are getting over here? Because see, one argument is double type. So the other one also will be automatically converted to double. That's why your answer comes as 16.0. So remember, if you are giving one argument in double type, the other one also will be automatically converted to double. Then you will be getting the answer like this. So this is very important. Please note this. Now the second last function, that is math.min, returns the minimum value of the given arguments. See, for min function also you will be having two arguments, argument 1 and argument 2. See, there is no big difference between these min and max function. Min will calculate the minimum value and max will calculate the maximum value. And the return type, that remains same, double, float, int, long. These values, whether you will get double, whether you will get float, int, long, etc., depends upon the value you are supplying over here. Suppose you are supplying here two int values, then you will be getting int only. If you are supplying two double values, you will be getting double only. Otherwise, one int and one double you are giving, then you will be getting double only. So let us see the example. 15 and 16 you are giving. In this, you are very easy, you can find out the minimum number is 15. So 15 you are getting. Now in x is equal to math.min, see two negative numbers. From this, which is the minimum number? That is 16. So 16 you are getting. Now see, one is integer and the other argument is double. So you will be getting the answer as what? 15.0. Here is this misprinted, math.max, it's min only actually. This is min only. So some places I have copied the functions, so this mistake came. Okay. So remember that this is what the answer. The last function, that is math.random. See, this will generate a random number between 0.0 and 1.0. Very important. There is no specific answer for this function. When you type this and execute the function, you will be getting a number between 0 and 1. That can be any number. There are infinite numbers between 0 and 1. So among that, any number will be generated. So double will be the return type, math.random without any argument. There is no argument. In your textbook, there are many things given about this function that is not included in your syllabus. Please, only you go for this one. System dot out dot println. This is the way to give the function. System dot out dot println math dot random. That's all. There is no argument for this function. So please run like this only. So the answer you cannot predict actually, because we don't know which answer, which value of this 0 and 1 comes in between. There are numerous values in between 0 and 1. So you will be getting an answer like this. It can be this number. When you run next time, you will be getting another number like this. Why you are getting such a big number? Because the return type is double. Now we are going to see some problems that can be asked from this math class. So first of all, this is a very important question pattern. Write Java expression for the following mathematical expressions. You will be getting the pure mathematical expression. So how you will be writing this in a Java program? That is the question. This you cannot write like this in Java program. How you can write or include this equation in your Java program? You will be writing like this. See, square root. How to write? See, square root of a square plus b square. That is the question. So you will be writing math.sqrt. Why math.sqrt? Because in order to calculate the square root, we have the function with us. What is that function? Math.sqrt. Okay, I have written that. Then see, a square. A into a is a square, plus I have kept like this. Then b square. B square means b into b. So this is the way you need to write. These things you need to write in your copy. Next, pi x raised to the power 6 minus y raised to the power 6. Then math dot pi. This is the function to generate the value of pi. You are knowing the value of pi is a constant. Okay, that is 3.14. In order to get that in Java, you need to use the function math.pi. Pi is capital, remember, into. Now see, math.power. See, you can go for writing here x into x into x 6 times. Otherwise, we have the function math.power x to the power 6 minus math.power y to the power 6. See the opening and closing brackets. Very important to see. The number of brackets that you have opened, that many number has to be closed also. Okay, so remember that. Next is 3 by 4 pi x raised to the power 5. See, you have to write here 3 by 4. When you write 3 by 4 without this 0 over here, then integer division will be taking place. So we need actually double type of division. That's why 4.0 must be written. Very important. 4.0 from your side you need to add. Then only double type division will be taking place. 4.0 divided by 3 into math.pi. See, pi is there. Then x to the power 5. That's why bracket opened and math.power x comma 5. This is the base, this is the exponent. Now next question. See, you can see two vertical lines. That means absolute value. What is this vertical line stands for? Absolute value. So absolute value of this thing. So which is the function used for calculating the absolute value? That is math.abs. So math.abs. Now as usual, see, math.abs for this only. Now math.power z to the power 4 and minus 1. That's all. Now next, this is also abs function. See, math.abs, then x into x. Otherwise you can write math.power x to x comma 2 plus 2xy, you cannot write simply 2xy over here. Computer will multiply only when the proper operator is given over here. So 2 into x into y, that is a must. So don't simply write 2xy. Okay, you need to put the asterisk for multiplication symbol over here. Next is root of 3x plus x square divided by a plus b. So math dot, see, you are knowing, in order to calculate the square root, under root, we have the function math dot sqrt. Now see, as given, 3 into x plus math dot power x comma 2. You can write over here x into x also can be written, no problem. Bracket closed, then divided by a plus b. This is given in brackets, so that bracket you need to put. Now let us see some more type of problems based on this particular chapter. See, this type of question also can come. Math dot power 2 4. What will be the output of this? So power, when you calculate 2 to the power 4, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that means 16.0. Don't write 16, it is 16.0 because the return type of math dot power function is double. Now math dot abs minus 5. This is a combined functions are used here. The combined functions are used, math dot abs minus 5, then minus math dot abs minus 7. Here you can see math dot abs minus 5, then minus math dot abs minus 7. You will be getting minus 2. Why? Because absolute value of minus 5 is 5, minus absolute value of minus 7 is 7. So 5 minus 7, both are positive now. Okay, 5 minus 7 becomes minus 2. Now math dot sqrt 0.0064, its square root is 0.08. Okay, remember this calculations. 64 when you are giving, then the square root will be, what is the square root? 8 into 8 64. So there is no doubt over here. Now math dot round 3.499, round we are doing. Okay, then 3.499, it's very close to 3.5. okay, then also it will round off to the number itself, that means 3. System dot out dot println. Next question, math dot round 1.49 plus 0.1. So please add these two values. 1.49 plus 0.1 means 1.50. 1.5 will be rounded off to the next integer, that is 2. Remember, math dot sqrt math dot max 916. Okay, see a combined question over here. You need to calculate the first bracket over here, math dot max 916. So maximum among these two numbers, which is the maximum? 16. Now its square root 16, its square root 4.0. Now math dot floor minus 4.7. So you are definitely now knowing, this is very important question, minus 5.0. Look at this question, math dot ceil 3.4. So what will be the answer? Ceiling 3.4 means 4.0 plus math dot power 2 to the power 3, 8. So 8.0 and 4.0 will be added. So what will be the ultimate result? 12.0. Now the next one is write the return data type of the following. So this is the third type of question. Data type means return type of the functions. Ceil, so many times I told you now about the return type. Ceil function returns a double value. Round, it will return either an integer, otherwise long. So these are the return type. So this question can come for other functions also. For example, math dot only sqrt. If you are given sqrt, then what you will write? Double as the return type. So that's all about this chapter. So I have discussed all the functions plus the possible questions that can be asked from this chapter. So there is no need of any doubts how the questions will be asked from this chapter. So I have discussed the question pattern also.